Square Zimbabwe. Welcome to our channel Zim Confessions and Deep Secrets. Kana karike kutanka kukwepa neno channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kana uchungwa karoka subscribe, but don't forget to comment and share this video. Nasimere Zimbabwe takwikira inyaya ya budi tuna Job Sikhala ya Buda achitaura about his relationship na Nelson Chamisa. Ngakavunzwa during an interview na HSTV achivunzwa relationship yake na Nelson Chamisa yakamira sei vanazhinji varifungidzira kuti vaviri ava havasi kuonana. But Job Sikhala akabuda achitaura iye achita people varipo pakuda kuvhiringidza marelationships evanhu. Akabuda achitaura iye achita people vaida kumunyudza ari mujeri zvinzi so pane information yaaida zvakafanana nekuti Chamisa airambidzwa kumuona ari mujeri, aramba nyaya yachitaura yachiti Chamisa aimuvhizitira ari mujeri. Toti mungonzo zataura Job Sikhala pamusoro penyaya iyi muhamadza zvamuri kufunga mucomment section. Ataura zvakare imwe information yashandiswa vazhinji achitaura yachiti akashewa some sensitive information na Terence Mukupe ari mujeri muZimbabwe achiudzwa kuti matactics aida kushandiswa neZANU-PF kuti aonekwa achidonhedza the opposition. Sikade kusangoing short mungonzo zataura Job Sikhala muhamadza zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section.
To pay more blessing and from that time on, people have been calling me names. Some people who came and demonstrated and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What is your view?
Completely nothing. I felt nothing. These are people who could, of course, there was a lot of insults, but I was laughing at them. These people who do not understand the character that has been built on me when I was in prison. I am a hardened warrior. So when I had some of the boss of insults and grandstanding and so on, did you see myself being shaken and even being moved by those people who have been doing those funny things at More Blessing Ali? I just looked at them and then proceeded with bearing More Blessing Ali. I was concentrating more on the business of the day. So some of these things, they do it, they insult, they do whatever they want and so forth. It's up to them. I wish them the best, but myself, I cannot be moved completely. I laughed at some of those people who have been talking a lot of uncomplimentary things against me. It's up to them. Let them continue doing that. It gives them satisfaction. And myself, I don't really care. They can proceed and enjoy whatever they want to say about me, but frankly speaking, I am not moved at all. I am a hardened warrior. I'm a completely different animal. If they think that the Job Sikhala who went in prison is the same Job Sikhala of today, they are mistaken.
And what is your relationship with your former president, Nelson Chamisa?
What you have to understand is that we have got relations that have been built over a long period. That's why you see that I find it very difficult for me to speak anything ill about Nelson. I can't even find it in my heart and in my conscience for me to get satisfaction to speak ill about him a bit. No matter that we differ on political ideology and belonging with Charlton Wende, Westman Movie and others and many others, I find it extremely hurtful to me to speak ill about them because we come a long way together. Even if we are going to choose different ways of how we are going to run our state of affairs, I will not find pleasure or satisfaction in me in having any conflict with one of them. That's why you realize that I have never talked ill about anyone. And I think Nelson tried to visit me. He came to Chikuru Maximum Prison, and contrary to what the people of Zimbabwe have been saying, I've been just seeing it and laughing that me and Nelson did not meet when he came to Chikuru Maximum Prison. That's a complete lie. When Nelson came to Chikuru Maximum Prison, we met and we talked. But strategically, it was not, at that material time, it wasn't prudent for the world to know that he met me. Strategic. On the basis that when he was talking to the officer in charge in the Chikuru Maximum Prison, Ziambe followed the officer in charge, threatened him with death, that there will be blood on the floor if you will allow Job Sikhala and Nelson to meet. And then we met by the entrance of the gate to my prison cells. When I was going back, then Nelson was coming from the officer in charge. So then we met, and then we had a 5-10 minutes chat. So some of these things people would not know, and you allow those people who do not have the knowledge of people's relations for a long time to speak what they want, but ourselves, we know each other. I will not take pleasure to insult my former colleagues. We come a long way together. We suffer together in different ways. Even if we part ways, we must be able to part ways in an amicable way, because we haven't taken each other's wives. So that's it, my brother.
So the wife is a problem.
Douglas Monzo also visited you?
Yeah, I couldn't want to meet him because on the basis of the following. At no particular point did he ever make an effort to condemn my arrest. I've been following the news of people who have been speaking against my arrest. Douglas Monzo never condemned my persecution, unreservedly. Only for him to say he wants to come and see me. When you have not condemned that my arrest was purely a political persecution, you simply want to meet me so that you for your own intentions and purposes, which I did not understand. So that's why I refused to meet him. Not on the basis that I hate him, no. I don't hate him completely at all. But I did not understand the agenda of his visit. If it was defined to me, if he was somebody who could have held a press conference condemning my persecution, I could have welcomed him. But he did not. He just came from nowhere. And the way how it came, and the way how the prison security officers, who are almost the branch of the CIO, begged on their knees for me to meet Douglas Monzo, led me to completely reject it. Because I knew that when you see these people who are maltreating me here, coming now to begging on their knees for me to meet Douglas Monzo, there must be an ultra motive. So that's why I refused to meet him. It was on those bases. If he could have been one of those people who have been consistently attacking my persecution, as having been contrary to constitutionalism, the rule of law, and democracy in our country, there was no way I could not have met him. But he simply came without even issuing a statement. And also, there was some information that was brought by one of the relatives of the guy whom I was with in prison. What was his name? That member of parliament from Shtunza, not what is his name? He told me that he has received information that there was some meeting that was held in Mount Pleasant between Ziambe, Douglas Monzo, the CIO, people from the judiciary, to discuss over my case, and that they were intending to dispatch Monzo to come to court, to come to visit me at Chikuru Maximum Prison. After his visit to Chikuru Maximum Prison, he will come out and then pronounce that he will fight, and he will pronounce that he will fight to make sure that Job Sikhala is released. So when I was going to be released from prison, it was going to appear as Douglas Monzo is the one who has played a major role for my release. Initially, when this guy whom I was with in prison told me that thing, I tried to assess it at an intelligence level and see the authenticity of it. And then I told him that no, in intelligence, when you get the information, for you to prove its authenticity is for you to see when it comes to pass. So let's see. So 2 weeks down the line, surely the man comes. And I said, oh, what you have been saying, you were correct. So this is the mission. So that's why I refused to see him. It was based on those things. I want to be frank with you.
And lastly, you are one of the most arrested. Yeah. And also most acquitted. Yeah. But is it because you're just reckless?
No, it's on the basis that the regime, completely from the beginning in 2000, they've been completely mischaracterizing myself both in the political market and so forth. They've been trying to sell an individual who is violent, somebody who is disposed to anarchy, and who does not want to engage in logical politics. I always want to fight and so forth. So this has been the narrative which ZANU-PF has been creating, and their propaganda machinery over my person. That I'm a violent character. I want to deal with ZANU-PF and overthrow it violently. And so for them to satisfy themselves by saying we want to put brakes on him, unless they will simply arrest and throw me outside and create just a lie. These people can just create a case like what happened to Jacob Mugaruvume. They simply just created a lie, fearing that maybe he is involved on the pre-SADC summit demonstration or arrangements. When I know for a fact that Jacob Mugaruvume was not even concerned about that about those things because he is my friend. But the allegations against him is that he attended the meeting at Jameson Timber's house. He is one of those people who have been throwing stories and stoning the police. Honestly speaking, things that are unbelievable and that have never happened. Because Jacob Mugaruvume himself, when he talked to me, said, I've never met Jameson Timber all my life. But he is in prison for that. So these people simply just create cases against you when they think that you are a threat for you to throw them inside. And also there are quite many things that I was told by one of their own. This former minister, or the former deputy minister of finance, what is his name from Harare East?
Tourism Kupe.
I met him when he was in prison, and he told me substantially amounts of things that ZANU-PF have been plotting against me, which I'm not prepared at the present moment to share with the public, because I don't want to risk him. Because some of the things that he told me are scary and shocking.